The room is filling up and it's 8:31, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. Does that sound good, Lisa?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, welcome to the 6th Annual Monroe County Childhood Conditions Summit. My name is Stephanie Solomon, and I'm the Prevention Coordinator at the Youth Services Bureau of Monroe County, or you'll hear me call it YSB today. I'm also a member of Building a Thriving Compassionate Community, also more often called BTCC. I've been lucky enough to serve on the summit planning team and collaborate with the incredible community members, bringing you our very first both virtual and in-person summit today. Also our first summit where we're going to get to go to the public library. So I hope you're all as excited as I am. Be aware that we have live captioning today. To access it, click live transcript and then select show subtitle. So I want to take a moment to honor all of the entities involved in bringing this year's summit together. Our hosts, as I said, Youth Services Bureau of Monroe County and Building a Thriving Compassionate Community. Our sponsors, firstly, the Monroe County Public Library, who's supporting us in so many ways, helping us offer this summit free of cost with financial support, supporting the wonderful Lisa Champelli, children's strategist, on being a central part of our planning team, and providing space for our afternoon sessions in a public open space, which was just a true delight. I also want to name the Monroe County Juvenile Detention Alternatives Initiative, or JDAI, which is part of the Monroe County Circuit Court Probation. They made a really incredible investment in the summit this year. They are part of why we're able to have such an accessible event, supporting live captioning, post captioning, some ASL interpretation during the live portions of the day. So we are really grateful to have such delightful collaborators today. Our planning team, I couldn't talk about this event without bringing them up. We have folks, BTCC members from the Community Justice and Mediation Center, the Monroe County Public Library, the Bloomington Volunteer Network. It's quite a team. So we're once again honored to convene a cross-sector collaboration to address community conditions. Today, as usual, we have youth workers, we have county employees, we have city employees, we have teachers, we have community advocates. We have folks doing important work all around the community, working with childhood conditions and joining voices to address conditions. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. As a planning team, we want to notice and name, that's something we do in BTCC, that we don't have as many young people who are going to be here with us today during the summit, which really is a first in our history. With the transition and conditions surrounding school and the pandemic, we heard back from students that they were hesitant to take time away from school, and we listened and took note. However, each portion of today's content was informed by the voices of youth and families, which you'll hear throughout the day, from the theme to the selected sessions. Our theme this year is moving from ideas to action, centering on sessions and content that offer concrete steps to promote safe, stable, and nurturing conditions in Monroe County. When it comes to shaping conditions and moving from ideas to action, I'd like to share some ideas from planning team and longtime BTCC member, Nick Philbeck. As psychoanalyst Alan Wheelis pointed out in his book, How People Change, being the product of conditioning and being free of change do not war with each other. Both are true, they coexist. The better we understand how our conditions have shaped us, the better we can take action to change those conditions as we desire. This year, we encourage everyone to embrace the both and of the fact that we are both affected by social conditions and we affect our social conditions. What surrounds us shapes us, and we shape what surrounds us. So to start us off, as in every year, we are thrilled to introduce the person who motivated the Youth Services Bureau and had the idea to start off with for this summit, the Honorable Judge Stephen Galvin of the Monroe County Circuit Court. Judge Galvin is a graduate of Wabash College, I always say that incorrectly, Wabash, and Indiana University. He was elected to the Monroe County Circuit Court in 2005 and was previously an attorney for the Monroe County Council, Commissioners, Auditor, and Sheriff, as well as the Monroe County Office of Family and Children. He's a part of several professional organizations, including a member of the Indiana Judicial Conference, the Indiana State Judges Association, and the Indiana State Bar Association. We are beyond appreciative of the work that he does on behalf of the youth and families in Monroe County. So please welcome our video from Judge Steve Galvin.
Good morning, all. I'm Judge Steve Galvin, and I want to welcome all of you to the sixth Annual Childhood Conditions Summit, sponsored by the Youth Services Bureau and BTCC. It's great to, well, almost see all of you again. It's been at least 18 months since I've had a chance to meet with most of you in person. I hope you've all been doing well and staying safe. Last year, I told you that this year's summit would be in person. Well, I was half right. This year, the morning session is remote. The afternoon session is in person at the Monroe County Library. We chose this hybrid format to give us flexibility to meet changing conditions surrounding COVID-19. Each year before the Childhood Conditions Summit, I asked Stephanie Solomon if there's anything she would like me to discuss. This year, she suggested that I say a few words about why we all come together around childhood conditions and why it's important that we stay connected. Well, obviously, I've been asked to preach to the choir. You all deal with our children and our families every day. You know how important this work is, and you already know this summit is a great opportunity for all of us to learn and to share in a professional setting. This year, we have some wonderful speakers with outstanding ideas. But I want you to know that when I think of the summit, I think of different things, not simply the professional aspect. I think of the things that we missed during COVID-19, and my list of some of the favorite things when I think about the summit is essentially the same things that I've missed during this time. So here's my list. First, I miss seeing all of you and just catching up on your lives. How's your family? What's changed with you? How are you and yours? What are you doing differently? I've also missed, well, swilling coffee with you at the summit and brainstorming ideas, even when our ideas are truly dumb. Because some of the dumbest ideas have somehow morphed over time into some of the best ones. I should confess that I have blatantly in the past stolen your ideas. As Pablo Picasso once said, good artists borrow and great artists steal. And he should have added, and they always steal from the best. And one thing I know about all of you is that you are the best. Third, I've also missed the encouragement and support that we give each other. Your jobs can be incredibly difficult at times. And all of us have days when we question if what we really do matters. But we can't be around each other and feel that way. There's someone always there to pick you up, to make you feel better, to talk about their situation, which is worse than what you're having to deal with. Finally, I've missed the feeling that I'm part of something bigger than myself. When I swear in new volunteers as court-appointed special advocates, I always tell them this: you are about to join an elite group, Elite because of their commitment and hard work. Elite because they care. Elite because they persevere even when things don't turn out as they hoped. This description should sound familiar to all of you, because to me, it describes you. One of the central themes of this summit is what surrounds us shapes us. We know that's true for children. Clearly, it's also true for adults. When we come together at this summit, we shape and we are shaped by those we know and those we respect. How can we not be influenced, to be molded by our contact with each other? Speaking for me, it's been a privilege to be shaped by all of you over all these years. Because I want to say that in the end, the thing that makes this annual Summit on Childhood Conditions truly important is you. All of you, together. So, I'll conclude by saying this. I miss you guys. Next year, we will have all of this summit, its entirety, in person. We will drink coffee and swap stories. We will brainstorm ideas. We'll complain about funding and tout our successes and commiserate about our failures. And we'll be there for each other. Because that's what this summit is really all about, isn't it? Being there for each other. I can't wait to see you all in one room. Enjoy the summit. Have a great day.
It's always a pleasure to hear from Judge Galvin as we open the summit. Hello, good morning. I am Louis Malone. I'm the Deputy Director here at the Youth Services Bureau of Monroe County. We have really had the joy of helping organize and host this for the last 6 years. I realize that some people here may not know all the things that we do. And so next up, I think we have a video that highlights some of the other work that we do here at the Youth Services Bureau. Again, good morning, welcome, and I hope you enjoy this next video.
You see what a difference it makes for kids, then you're invested completely. What we're doing is meaningful. It has a purpose and it matters. And that's what gets me really excited. That's what makes it worth it. And that's what the whole community should know.
These are our children. What can we do for our children? What does this specific child need? And that's what we're looking at.
There's this sense of belonging that really is central to improving conditions for all humans, but especially for young people.
What we do is just innately grounded in our belief that human connections are important and positive, healthy relationships are important.
Love hearing a little snippet about Youth Services Bureau. And now I want you to actually get to hear directly from some of our community's youth about the issues that matter to them and the conditions that shape them. And this has always been a highlight of the Monroe County Childhood Conditions Summit. In this next video, we hear from teens describing how and why the teen spaces at the Monroe County Public Library are important to them. While the video was created pre-pandemic, it offers a reminder of the value of inclusive, welcoming spaces accessible to all.
I am Emily, one of the regular teens that comes to the ground floor, which is one of the teen spaces provided by the Monroe County Public Library. What I really love about the ground floor and what it's provided here is that it's a space made for teens. Adults are not allowed in here, and it's very welcoming here. There are are people of different identities here, different ethnicities, and I appreciate the welcoming sense that you get when you walk in.
So my favorite part of the teen space is hanging out with friends.
So many people here. I'm like, oh my god, yes, I can meet new friends.
There's a lot of friends here.
Hang out with friends, hang out with my friends.
Talk with friends.
Here I've made new friends and I've met new people.
A lot of my friends go here.
I just like to hang out with my friends. It's just a really nice social space. So like me personally, I've never had that type of thing in my life.
Love the library and so excited to hear from Lisa Champelli.
Thank you, Stephanie. Hi, my name is Lisa Champelli. I work at the Monroe County Public Library with a wonderfully creative, thoughtful, and dedicated team of people helping to provide services to children, teens, and their caregivers. First, I'd like to give a big thank you to our expert videographer, Aubrey Dunnick, who produced the video that you just saw. We've relied on her work a lot this last year and a half as we've sought ways to engage with children and their families when our doors were closed to the public. And second, I'd like to thank my colleagues, both those of you who work with youth at the library and elsewhere in Monroe County. This video gives us a little glimpse of what that work looks like and how we strive to practice what the research about developmental assets tells us, which is that strengthening the individual relationships and enhancing the web of relationships in the lives of each and every child is the essential factor in helping young people learn, grow, and thrive. Knowing how crucial these positive relationships are is one of the reasons we all faced such excruciating choices during the height of the pandemic. How do we foster and maintain these positive relationships when it may not be safe to meet in person, when a huge portion of the population that we serve still is not eligible for the COVID vaccine? I'm sure that the discussions that library staff were having, weighing the benefits of public play spaces versus the potential risk to spreading the virus, have been echoed in schools and after-school groups, daycares, and sports centers. We spent hours just trying to decide what was the safest way to award prize books for the summer reading program this last summer. Was it okay for kids to touch the book choices? Maybe we should just hand them a prize book in a paper bag. Should we put the train table back out in the preschool play area? Could we resume the Lego Club program in person, enabling school-age children to have an opportunity to socialize together? Figuring out how to navigate our new environment meant we spent a lot of time listening to both the ideas and concerns of people who worked at the library, and also the expressed wants and needs of the wide variety of people using and relying on the library. We're fortunate to have people tell us what they want unsolicited on a regular basis, but we also look for ways to invite people to share their ideas with us. As part of our planning for today's summit, we invited visitors to the library, to the children's area of the library, to tell us what they need in order to thrive, which we defined as to grow and develop well, to feel good about yourself and your life, to achieve your goals and feel successful. And we received some responses from children, but the majority of the responses were from adults, which is still relevant to our discussions today, of course, as Stephanie and Judge Galvin remind us, the principle, what surrounds us, shapes us, is just as true for adults as it is for children. And if you visit the library this afternoon, you'll find the written responses on posters displayed outside the first floor meeting rooms. Responses to the question, what do you need in order to thrive? We had a wide variety of responses, and some of those responses included things like food, love and family, housing, time to decompress, enough money, mental health help. My child needs opportunities to experience new things, laughter, books, and the library. And as we participate in summit sessions today, we have opportunity to keep these shared needs and expressed ideas in mind and to consider, how do I take the ideas that I'm learning about and put them into action? What can I do to help meet the needs and create the types of conditions that help young people thrive? So thank you so much for being here today and for being present for all the children in our community.
Thank you, Lisa. I am such a big fan of the library. Love partnering with you all and so grateful. Thank you, Judge Galvin. I didn't name Justin Crossley, who worked on the Youth Services Bureau video. He's an incredible videographer. Some of you might remember him from Summit Speaks last year. Yeah, and just really a wonderful collection of folks, and I think that's what you'll see as you move into your day. So thank you for joining us this morning. Next, you're going to return to the Whova Summit webpage. You'll click on the session you would like to attend, and you'll be sent directly to Zoom into your session. We'll have virtual sessions until 12:10, and then we'll reconvene at the Monroe County Public Library at 1:15. So in the coming days, we'll be in touch. We'll be requesting, of course, feedback. That is such an important part of what we do. We'll also continue uploading resources that speakers have shared to the Whova platform, as well as including the recordings from this morning's sessions. It's also great if folks are interested, if you would like to use the Whova platform to continue to connect with each other and other participants, both today and for a while afterwards. We know that so many of you also have great resources to share. I don't know how much you've looked at the platform, but there's already a lot of amazing resources there. I want to bring up a couple community resources. One big community event coming up that really connects with what surrounds us, shapes us, is about our overall community health and wellness. The Monroe County Health Department, IU Health, Community Health, and Community Voices for Health will be sharing their data from the Community Needs Assessment and having a think tank this fall. So be on the lookout for that, as it will be another place to think about and move from ideas to action when it comes to community conditions that affect children. So go off, enjoy your next session. Maybe we'll see you at the library later, and be in touch with us if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks, everyone.